Is that how we're going to start this? Sure. So 777 likes is what we needed to get into the Chosen Adventures Part 2, right? This is Part 2. We're going into episodes 5 through 9. So let's get right into episode 5. Hey, I did it.
Great. More Roman soldiers being created into the city.
As long as they stay in the city.
Well, let's head over there. I'm tired of all this running around.
All right, so in this episode, we have Abby and Joshua. They're just playing hide and seek, right? And then they hear all of a sudden that the Roman soldiers are coming in or parading in to Capernaum, the city that they live in. And they're a little like tired of it. So let's actually jump into what it is that they're upset about. Plus a little Easter egg while we get there.
Much better. The colors of Rome.
Whoa! Thanks for the gift, Dad. Dominus.
Move aside! Officer Sirius Maximus.
It's Quintus! Okay, sorry.
Good to see you're making yourself at home in Capernaum.
It's not Rome, but the people are very generous.
Well, we're doing our best to make it inhabitable, and you must be hilarious.
I have been known to crack a joke or two.
I have something for you.
Wow! 2 presents? Looks like Saturnalia came early this year.
So that's one thing that I don't fully know. What is Saturnalia?
Celebrate on December 17th. It's like a winter festival.
Brandon says Saturnalia is a winter festival that was celebrated around December 17th. But yeah, there we get introduced to Hilarious Maximus and Sirius Maximus. That in and of itself is hilarious because hilarious and serious. It's spelt differently, but I like the play on words where it's like his dad is serious and he's like funny. So yeah, we get gifts from Quintus, welcoming them into Capernaum, because I guess they were in Rome originally. Abby and Joshua continue to play games, and Hilarious, he asked for permission to go, what was the word that he used? Let me surveil or something like that. Let me go be a centurion, basically. So he goes and he runs into Abby and Joshua, and they're playing games, but every single game that they play, he pulls a Roman card and basically wins even when he loses, right? So we've all been kids before and we all tried, winning is the most ultimate thing, right? We need to win no matter what. So that's actually what's happening, but it's deep. It gets deeper than that. So let's go ahead and jump into that.
As life advice.
Well, what's for sale today? I've got it all today, my good man. I've got fresh fish straight from the Galilee. Beautiful jewelry. This pendant's lineage can be traced to the Maccabees. Oh, and this rock.
My youngest will love it. He never gets nice things.
Oh, poor baby.
Isn't Joshua the youngest?
That will be...
There's so many themes in between this, right? We have the storyline that is following Hilarious and Abby and Joshua, but then we get these undertones of Pigeon and Sheep are expounding on, right? Joshua's the youngest and he feels he doesn't get the nicest things, right? So I just love the little deep things that happen, especially because of Pigeon and Sheep.
5 twigs.
Let me see what I can do. Wait just a minute.
Yes. Hey!
This isn't up to regulation. I'm gonna have to confiscate it.
What's funny is that just the introduction of them, him and his dad coming into Capernaum, they like the Sirius walks in and he just grabs grapes from somebody's cart that's selling things and he starts eating them. And then the second thing that he does is that cape that he's wearing, he grabs it from another kid that's like around and he just takes everything. So as a Roman soldier, he just parades around like he owns the place because, well, technically, I guess, yeah, they do, right? But yeah.
And did you report these earnings to your tax representative? Didn't think so.
You know what? Give him all your twigs, Joshua. Let's go.
But
I
you're
love how
acting
feisty
like this
she
girl
is.
on trees. Looks like I won.
So yeah, that's the point, right? Like he wants to be number one. He wants to win at everything that he does. And it's just what he's reflecting, what he's been taught, right? Yeah, so let's see. I love how feisty Abby is. So let's see how she continues to react.
Yeah, soldiers always do.
Fine. What do you want?
I want you to stop being mean, and I want you to stop changing the rules just because you're a Roman soldier.
But I am a Roman soldier. That's what we do.
Then this time I'll be the Roman soldier.
You can't be a Roman soldier. You're not a man.
Neither are you.
What?
I love that she says, neither are you, because he's a boy, right? And then Joshua's fear, like,
You're not Roman.
But aren't we just playing pretend?
Okay, sure. How bad can it be?
Give me the helmet.
What?
The helmet, Hilary.
so she continues to take the helmet and kind of show him who's boss. Which I don't fully like that part of this because it's kind of showing kids like you can go ahead and get back at them, but I really like how it ends. They kind of wind it all together. So let's get into that.
I think I can handle a Roman soldier.
Remember, it's harder when you're not one. Just do as she asks.
Show me what garbage you're selling today. I'll decide if it's worth anything.
Well, I have some pots forged from clay and...
Boring.
Oh, and a facial mud mask from the Dead Sea.
Let's see. Do you have anything, I don't know, not made of dirt? What about your cloak?
That's not for sale.
Since when does that matter to me?
Talking back to soldiers only makes it worse.
So like she points at her helmet to be like, I'm a Roman soldier. You can't talk back to me. And then Joshua and reinforce that.
This isn't fun anymore.
Oh no, are you going to cry? Don't do that. Then I'll cry. We're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't mean anything.
See, that's the part that I like. So like she was being mean and feisty and she was just getting back at him. But then the childlikeness still turns out, right? Like she feels bad that she's hurting someone because of like trying to get back at him, right? So I really like that. And Hilarious is actually learning the lesson of like what I'm doing, what my parents are doing is incorrect, right? Another deeper lesson that I like about this episode is that the children are just repeating what their parents are doing, right? So it makes you wonder, like, whether you have children or you have people that you mentor, like your actions, like, are reflective, like they matter. You can't just, kids are watching all the time, especially kids. Kids are like magnets, sponges. Kids are sponges. Like they suck up everything that you do and see or say. Like I've seen it like in my neighborhood. I see these kids that are being raised by people who maybe not so good. And I hear them cussing or whatever. Like, depending on how you're raised, like, the kids reflect that. And these kids eventually turn into adults, right? So we have to be careful about how we speak to our children, the things that we're teaching them, whether it's like biases or what we need to teach them is the Bible, right? Like the Bible says that teach them in the ways that they should go and they will, stay in that path, right? And no, not always, like sometimes people do walk away, but if you're spreading that, like the seed, right? And watering it and teaching them the right things, like, yeah, it's just so important. Like, I feel like this is such an important lesson that it matters so much how we teach our kids, right? Yeah, let's continue.
So what do you want to play instead? Gladiators?
What if we just look for shapes in the clouds?
Ooh, I love non-threatening activities.
I love non-threatening activities. All right, so they, as children, are just hanging out and looking at the clouds and seeing the shapes and just hanging out and being kids.
Me as a baby. Me as a grown-up. Me as a cloud. What do you see?
Centuries of human suffering finally being touched by the warm light of love.
Hey, Pigeon. If you don't see anything, you can just say so.
That part makes me laugh every single time. And I wanted to play it because of that specifically. Like, love is surpassing here. Later on in the episode, we see the lesson that Hilarious learns, right? As they go around in him and his dad exit the city.
Infiltrating.
Please,
My
sir,
favorite part's
we
coming
don't
up.
want any more trouble.
Just don't lose it next time.
Hilarious.
He still acts like he lost it, but yeah, lesson learned, right? And then this part, watch. Oh, that touched me. So yeah, this lesson was all about, what was the lesson that for the kids? For the kids, the lesson was, be nice, and don't try to get back at people. But then for us, for adults, it's be careful what you teach those younger than you, right? Because it matters. What we do matters. All right, so let's get into the next episode. This episode starts out with an angry Abby. Let's see that.
This is the worst day of my life! Even worse, sir. A list of chores!
She sounds like me. And I love this because it's like the complete opposite. This is Joshua.
Shalom, Mr. Sun. What a beautiful day.
So Abby is so upset, but why? Why is she upset?
Okay, how about nice dress, Yael? Did a bad dressmaker make it for you?
I'm guessing
All right, so I guess I skipped forward too far. But basically what happens is her friend Yael, or I guess acquaintance or other young person, made fun of her I don't know, just randomly in the middle of the, like, they were shopping and Yael said something mean. So now she's thinking of like all these things. Like, we all do this. Someone offends us, someone does something bad to us, and then all of a sudden we are like in the shower or cleaning, and we're thinking of all the things that we could have said back to them, and it was going to be so good, and we were going to be on top. So that's basically what she's doing, and she's coming up with really, really bad comebacks.
Insults aren't her thing.
And here's where I come in.
No.
How about an eye for an eye?
Yeah! Ow! Hey! Let's trade eyes! No, that's weird.
No, it's from the Torah. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I'm pretty sure it means that if someone wrongs you, you get to wrong them back.
Joshua, you have some learning to do, young man. Yes, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It doesn't mean that you get to get them back, but we're gonna learn that lesson a little further on. But she's so caught up in this getting vengeance, and it's just so relatable, because as someone who likes to get my vengeance on, I've learned that lesson several times in my life, that that's not the way that we should be moving, especially with Christ, right? There's a right way and a wrong way of doing that thing. So let's see how she learns this lesson. I really like this symbolism that they show in this episode.
About it, I don't understand.
Business as usual.
Oh, she's starting a business.
I went too far. I'm going to rewind.
I mean, right?
Oh, no, I meant tell me.
Seriously?
Wait. This is going to be so good.
So you see, like, she's struggling with this bag. She has a bag that's holding the broken pot. So when she was mad, she was cleaning her mom's pot and she broke it out of anger, right? And then she put it in this bag. I don't know why. I guess she wants to take it to glue it up. But the symbolism there is like she's carrying this burden to show like her unforgiveness.
Ow! You know, that bag of hers is starting to feel a little symbolic.
Tell me about it.
I mean, right?
Oh, no, I meant tell me about it. I don't understand.
Business as usual.
Oh, she's starting a business.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, she's carrying around this burden, right? And let's see how it actually works out when she finally gets her revenge.
Now from Galilee, but it's close.
Baby, that ain't nothing but a puddle.
Now all we do is wait.
All they had to do was wait.
Wait.
I love that touch. It's the SpongeBob 3 years later type thing. I really like that.
Waiting is all we have to do.
It's totally worth it. The door is moving.
Yes! Gross. I told you draft papers would have been better.
So, mission accomplished?
Well, I don't feel any better.
I love that. You could get your revenge on, right? You could try to get back at someone and tell them off, or whatever you decide to do. But it never feels better, because the burden of forgiveness is on you, right? Like on the person not forgiving, right? So enter Jesus.
I think I've wasted my day.
No. I just need the revenge to be more bigger. Then I'll feel satisfied.
What are we looking at?
I'm better at home now.
I was
That's an interesting touch, that the little Roman boy runs away when Jesus answers. So like even in the last episode when his dad comes in, the Jewish boy and girl run away. That's interesting.
He's getting revenge. Like Joshua told me the Torah says, an eye for an eye.
Wait, the Torah told you to ruin a girl's sandals?
It's not my fault. I learned it in school.
Yes, but an eye for an eye is meant for judges who are enforcing laws that are broken. I understand that you want things to be fair when someone wrongs you. You want to right it. And you know who else loves fairness and justice? But what does the Lord say in the law of Moses about...
I also love this shot because look at Sheep. Sheep is just snuggled up against Jesus, and Pigeon's like, is enthralled the right word? Is enthralled the right word? Like with what all his words. I love that shot.
About justice and vengeance.
Vengeance is mine?
Yes, but vengeance is his. The Lord loves justice, but maybe it's not yours to handle.
So you can't get people back? No wonder it didn't work.
No wonder what didn't work.
It didn't make the hurt go away.
You know, we cannot always stop others from hurting us, but we can stop from scratching our own wounds so that we may heal.
How?
You can forgive her.
I can't do that? No way. She didn't even say she was sorry.
That is so me. That is so me. Okay. This is a lesson that I've learned over and over and over again. I forgive someone, and I'm like, yeah, I did it. I have made it. I am a forgiver, and I'm never going to get hurt ever again. And then the next person hurts me. And then the process starts all over again where, oh, come on. I just forgave so-and-so. Now I have to forgive this person, but I don't want to. Like, it's so hard, and the process starts over, and I hope that I start getting better at some point in my life.
That is unfortunate. But forgiving her isn't just for her. It's for you.
But
Someone embarrassed you for a moment, but then you have taken a whole day. A day from yourself and from others to be angry. What she did was cruel, and it was wrong. And now, you can release your feelings of anger.
So, I may not have listened to the entire lesson.
So there she is, still carrying her burden, but let's see how she handles it.
Do you see what I mean yet?
About how condescending you were?
Ooh, big words.
Oh, more proof.
I just mean how she's choosing to keep carrying that extra weight around.
Wait. Watch this.
it's gonna be good. You should have seen her face. Back for more. I forgive you.
Huh?
You made
They don't even know what to do with that. But yes, I love that because it's so relatable. You don't have to be a child to understand the forgiveness lesson. I'm constantly, like, all the episodes of The Chosen or any biblical media, the ones that hit me the hardest are usually the ones that have to do with forgiveness, because it's so hard for me. Like I said, it's a process that I have to go through every single time I get hurt. And obviously we live in a broken world and I get hurt a lot. But yeah, that is one of my favorite episodes so far. Because it's just, again, something that I struggle with, and it's just so real. So let's get into the next episode. The next episode, Abby is so excited because she's gonna get a new neighbor, and let's just watch.
Our neighbors are moving in! Today's the day I get a new playmate!
Today's also the day you clean that up.
Hey, Sheep, did you hear? There's a new family moving in across the road.
I didn't know the old family.
They literally fed you table scraps every night.
I guess I never had time to look at their faces.
Wow. So Sheep is eating all the things, but yeah, she's excited. She thinks she's gonna have a new friend.
You ate anything of mine? A diet would be the least of your concerns.
Maybe they have a daughter just like me, with my sense of humor and my imagination. Maybe she's my long-lost twin!
You don't have a twin.
She's so excited, but little does she know, this neighbor isn't exactly what she was expecting.
Are there any toys in the cart? Excuse me, do you happen to have a funny, sweet daughter between the ages of 5 and 10?
As a matter of fact, I do.
So
Yes, I
specific.
knew it!
But this isn't my house. I'm just helping with the stuff.
Oh. Then what adorable playmate is moving in here?
Over there.
So we get an older lady that is probably not going to play with her much. So like her expectations are crushed, right? She wanted a new playmate, but that's not what she's getting overall. Turns out this lady tells her to get off her lawn and to stop making all this ruckus or whatever. And so Abby gets really upset and doesn't know how to handle it because she thought she was going to have a new friend.
Oh, you didn't give her the fig tree?
No way. She doesn't deserve a gift.
So true. I can live happily in my 4 stomachs.
So she says she's determining that this lady does not deserve her gift because she was mean to her, right? So it kind of makes me feel like, did she fully learn the forgiveness lesson? But she may be like me, that this needs to start over every single time, right? So then she ends up going to her roof and putting the fig tree down on the roof, but then the fig tree starts to wither, and that even feels symbolic of like you're letting your heart get hardened just because someone didn't treat you the right way. So yes, let's continue on to see what happens and how she's gonna handle this fig tree situation.
All too?
I may have a problem.
Whoa, the ground is hard here.
It's so rocky. Bernice can't survive in ground like this, and she's wilting more and more by the second. What am I going to do?
A sower went out to sow.
It's Rabbi!
I absolutely love how Sheep and Pigeon like react to Jesus.
Careful, Abby.
Rabbi always gives the best lessons. Come on, hurry, look.
Some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them.
Those are some desperate birds.
Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil.
Jesus is talking about the rocky ground. Maybe he knows where we can plant Bernice. Shh, the tax collector.
My Abba says not to trust that guy.
So there you can see like even their relationship with the tax collectors, again, seeing how their parents are reacting to these tax collectors, because the tax collectors are traitors, right? So they wouldn't have liked them because it's a Jewish person that's going against you and like taking your money and stealing from you, right? So that's what they're being taught, right? Like these, like Joshua even says, like, you can't trust tax collectors. But in the same way, so like it feels like a parallel, like the relationship with Matthew and the relationship with what's the new Dinah. Dinah's the name of the new neighbor. It's similar where like the hearts are hardened against these people because they're hurting you, right? So let's see how they. Oh, I also like, this is a little sleuth moment. That is. What is that? Season 1, episode 4, where the fish thing happens. We'll see it.
As for what was sown on rocky ground, this is the one who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root.
Remember, like, he was talking about all this stuff, and then they were like, "Oh no, the Romans are there," but it wasn't the Romans. It was just Jesus giving a sermon, and this was the sermon that he was giving. I love that. That was a good little perfect piece.
This is one of his parables.
When tribulation or persecution arises on account of the word, he immediately falls away.
I know what this parable means. Dinah is rocky ground. She has a hard heart. The end.
What about your heart, Abby? You were excited to meet the new neighbor, but when Dinah was mean, you just gave up.
Joshua's got guts.
Dang. And that was deep, right? Like, someone hurts you. Like, I recently was hurt by someone, and it, like, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do things anymore. I'm not gonna be friends. I'm not gonna be friendly anymore. But, like, why? like who's that helping? Again, it's just that anger and vengeance, like thinking that vengeance is yours, but it's not. It's just the darkening of your heart, you know?
It's hard to show God's love when someone is being so mean.
Yeah, it is. Abby, Jesus looks like he's up to something.
Andrew, we're coming! Take this side. Okay, just a little bit more. Push it, push it.
Yeah. I just loved seeing that, even in the animated version. I think they did a really, really good job of, like, having the correct sermon playing, and or like not playing, like he was saying the correct sermon, and not Paris, what's his actual name? Matthew sitting there with the dog, like perfectly set up, exactly like how the episodes were. So yeah, that's basically episode 7. I think she does end up going back to Dinah and giving the plant, and then she vacuums for her, because the whole reason she was upset was the dust is making her husband sick, right? But ultimately the lesson is, like, you just because someone hurts you doesn't mean you have to hurt back, you know? It's similar to the last episode. But there's a sheep. Okay. Do you want me to okay. So there's a sheep cleaned up. Remember how in the beginning, Abby was making a mess and throwing dust everywhere. Then sheep came in and basically vacuumed. It's not vacuum. He's just spreading his stomach and crawling all over so that he picks up the dust. So further down in the episode, this happens again. Let me just go ahead and show it.
Don't be rocky ground. Don't be rocky ground. I brought you and Bart a housewarming gift.
Huh? Oh, how thoughtful. Thank you. What a lovely gift.
You're welcome. It's a fig tree, although it's not looking so good.
I love figs. Sorry I yelled at you. It's just Bart's sick. He has trouble breathing and the dust makes it worse.
You know what? That revelation justifies her brashness. Don't you think?
Yes, I do know what all those words mean.
Poor Bart. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well.
I'm constantly sweeping, but I just can't seem to get my house clean enough.
Oh, she.
So watch, you guys are gonna see.
Fine. Only this once.
See what I mean by vacuum?
This is humiliating.
He's just cleaning with his wool.
The dust, it's gone. I think this sheep deserves some treats.
I can breathe.
You know, I'm also available to work weekends.
Another thing that I really like about this show is, like, all the side things, conversations and audio lines that you hear, like I can breathe. I just love all that. I am a child. So let's get into episode 8. 2024 Chosen Con. We saw a little bit of this episode. She's like trying to figure out what's on the other side of the Galilee. And then there's like, there was a sleuth moment in this one because it starts out with Abby saying, let's see.
I've been watching Abba's friends John and James do it.
That. I love that. She said, I've been watching Abba's friends, John and James do it. So remember is it episode 5? Do you remember where they're throwing the rocks and then Peter, season 2, episode 7, they're throwing rocks to see who will have to be the ones to go fish. So that's what she's saying now is like, she's seen James and John do this before, like the skipping rocks. So that ties into that episode because then it's like, oh, that's why they won, because they do this often, right? I really, really like that part. Okay, so they're throwing rocks and they're trying to figure out like what's on the other side of the Galilee. And they come up with these strange ideas, as a child would, right? Like unicorns and volcanoes, even though, yeah, there wouldn't be volcanoes there, but...
Do you know what's across the Sea of Galilee?
What? Sorry, I just need to find... I was already supposed to be at work, but... Well, maybe I left it in the...
But you've seen it, right?
The other side? Sure, yeah, it's more of the same. Dirt, trees...
Well, maybe you haven't seen all of the other side.
That's the truth. It's actually less of the same. Hannah!
Did you check around your neck?
I love that. Because I tell Brandon to look with his eyes when he can't find things, because I just feel like men don't fully look with their eyes. Just a little inside joke of ours. So she's asking him, but she's not believing him. Like, there has to be unicorns and volcanoes and monsters that are on the other side. So she doesn't fully believe her dad, and she goes on and tries to find out.
I can't believe I have to just stay here forever and wonder what is on the other side. And they can't give me one good reason why I can't go see it. Do you think there really are monsters and volcanoes over there? I bet it's both, plus unicorns.
I keep telling her I need fiber, but it's like she's ignoring me.
Or perhaps she just speaks a different species, friend.
So sheep really needs some fiber. I guess he's constipated. Something's going on with his stomach. And so she's kicking this rock and trying to like wondering what's going on with on the other side, right? But then she starts kicking this rock, and
that is something morally questionable.
She does this.
Rope is made of fibers.
That's not the same thing.
Well, how can one word mean two things? Dumb.
Well, I can't grab it from here. Naba has said I can't take the boat out.
That's right. Let's go back.
But nothing about just standing in it.
Humans are just amazing at justifying bad behavior.
I love that. I love the commentary. One was the morally questionable, like that humans are experts at doing more, justifying the morally questionable things, right? So like she was kicking the rock and it's like, oh no, it's getting in the boats, right? Like she was messing around like that. Abby was. And now she got in the boat, and like again, the commentary from Pigeon, like saying like, we're experts at justifying bad behavior. So she's just trying to get to the other side. Like, the truth of the matter is, she's trying to get to the other side. Why? Because she doesn't believe her dad. That's not nice. I should have been fast forwarding. Give me one moment. So they're going, she gets on the boat. Sheep eats the fiber because he thinks it's fiber to help your tummy. He eats the rope because he's like, rope is fiber and fiber will help my tummy. So then the boat gets loose and she gets in the middle of the sea, and then they start seeing each other as food because they've been out there for so long, apparently. And let's see what happens.
Now I'm lost.
Huh?
And apparently hungry. I'm not giving up now. There is still something else we can try. First, stop looking at me like that.
Fiber.
Second, help me grow.
So this is
strong.
This is all happening, and then a storm comes. Storms happen Storms happen pretty often on the Galilee. I don't know about if it happened often, but there's these things called nor'easters, and it would just stir up the lake. And like we saw it several times with like I said earlier, the walking on water, and even when Jesus was sleeping on the stern on a pillow. That I love that detail that they include in the gospel, where he's on a pillow sleeping and the storm is coming, and like, Jesus, or don't you care that we're gonna perish? They say, the disciples. But this was something that happened often. How often was it? Often? Yeah, it happens. It could happen like out of nowhere, Brandon says. Yeah, so that's currently what's happening right now.
Blessed are you, Lord our God. Sorry I kicked that rock in here. I did it because I wanted to get in the boat, even though I knew I shouldn't. Please help me.
Really? So I playing this part because she's remorseful, she's feeling upset, and then Sheep ends up throwing the rock, almost like a mayday. It feels like part of the storytelling is what they're doing. So he throws this rock, and
at a time like this.
Watch. The rock ended up going to Jesus, and then Jesus looks up and sees the storm, and it feels like he's doing a calming of the storm in this. Obviously, this is a children's book. This isn't Bible. Read your Bibles. But see how the light comes through, and then she ends up hitting the shore, and she thinks that Jesus is walking on water. So that is another awesome little tidbit. And yeah, then he continues to teach her the lesson of, like, you should be trusting your Abba. Like, it's good that you're praying and all that jazz, but like, you need to understand that you can trust your parents.
Believe who told you?
I wanted to be told better reasons why I shouldn't.
Why did you want to go out there?
To see what was on the other side.
And what did you find?
Nothing. Dirt and trees. Just what my Abba said would be there.
And what else?
Nothing. A whole lot of nothing.
So like, she's found exactly what it is that her dad said. And I like how they wrap this up in a bow.
What you found on the other side was that you could trust your Abba. You are bright and inquisitive, both very good attributes. And quite strong. Look at those muscles.
But your parents' life experience is also strong. They want to keep you safe. And trusting in their rules means believing that they may know something you don't.
So the lesson there, obviously trust your parents because they know what they're doing. Later on, she tells sheep is chewing on more fiber, more rope or something, and she tells him, "Stop doing that. I'm just trying to protect you." And then she says, "Oh." So like that's the point of parenting, right? Like you're just trying to protect your kids. And also that's what God's trying to do with us. Sometimes shut doors are better opportunities. Sometimes he's protecting us for something. Sometimes he's protecting us from ourselves. Sometimes pride can get in the way. So like, again, it's not just the lesson for the children, but it's also a lesson for adults because we all go through this stuff and need to learn it. All right. So we're going to get into the last episode here. And it's called Father Knows Bass. This one touched me as well. Let's get into it.
What are the knots for?
To secure the boat, build nets, tie hooks, and 100 other things.
So 103 things?
Very good. Now slowly drop it into the water.
Slowly dropping.
So basically, he's teaching her how to fish. This is his trade, right? This is what he's an expert in. And he's trying to teach her about knots and teaching her how to fish. But then Abby gets into questioning, as she usually does.
Land animals. Because what would birds eat? Or did birds come first and just eat boring dry seeds? And what came first, the seed or the tree?
Personally, I like my seeds with a little hot sauce. Mm-hmm. Got a little flavor. A little kick to it.
Do you have any more fishing-related questions?
Maybe, but let me go talk to Rabbi real quick before I forget all this.
So she's asking him all these questions, and he is a fisherman. He's a fisherman for a reason. We talked about this a little bit in the previous episode where the paths that you take as a young man in this time between 9 and 10, I think you go to Torah school and you try to memorize the Torah. And then I think either the second or third, you end up choosing either a trade or to continue. You get chosen to continue on to be a rabbi, right? Obviously, if he's a fisherman, he didn't get chosen to be a rabbi, or a rabbi. So I feel like this is showing a little bit like his insecurities. Like I can't answer all my daughter's questions. So her saying, like, imagine not being able to answer your children's questions and they say, oh, let me go to this person to answer it because they're smarter than you. Is basically how it feels. And that's kind of how he's feeling. So he says, I'll go talk to the rabbi as well. So he goes to synagogue and he tries to figure it out. And let's see how that goes.
Have you known him?
I've known him like a week, but can you ever really know someone?
I wonder that too sometimes. But I bet my other leg that he is looking for a quick fix for something that isn't even broken.
Ah, yes. His boat.
Try again.
There it is.
So there, he's just going, he went to synagogue and he's trying to figure out the answer to Abby's questions, right? And he's just feeling inadequate because he didn't get all the schooling that maybe he feels like he should have.
Rabbi?
Of course you may. Walk with me.
This place is smaller than I remember.
Excuse me, Rabbi.
The people are smaller too.
So, what was Abby's question you wanted to ask?
It was about the creation. I found the answer in Genesis. I knew that. I just couldn't remember when my daughter asked me. I've never been good at memorizing, but you know that.
Excuse me, Rabbi.
When I was little, I wanted to be a rabbi. All of us did. I can't believe it's been so long since I've been here. Wow. Look at this place. Rabbi, do you remember the last thing you said to me before I quit Torah school?
I love this part.
Ellie, maybe you better stick with fishing.
Like, I love it, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you feel sad about, like, how growing up in that time must have been hard. Like, you had to get picked to be a rabbi, like, and so much measurement, right? Like, you were measured against the law, but that's not what the law was meant to be, right? I mean, yes, like, we're supposed to measure up to the law, but at the same time, no, because it's what shows us that we're incapable of measuring up to the law because we're broken, right? So, like, having to follow all those laws and having to know, like, be the best of the best is just, it was a really hard time. Like, yeah, I don't think people fully understand how hard of a time that time was. So he gets to talking with the rabbi, and again, he's just showing, like, feeling inadequate.
To be able to answer all of my child's questions.
Well, my friend, there's only one who can do that, and it's neither of us.
So there, what happened? I went too far. He's basically saying, like, neither, like, I want to be able to answer my child's questions, but, like, the rabbi, I think it's Josiah, was saying, like, I don't think the only one that could do that is God, because Abby has so many questions, so many tough questions. So then we see Abby, she's talked to her rabbi, and her dad doesn't realize that her rabbi is not Rabbi Josiah.
That statue just tripped me!
Abba!
Shalom, Abby. It was the ocean first, then the fish, then the plant, and then the land animals.
Interesting. Now, what about the moon? When did God make that?
Can you give me another 20 minutes?
I love that. And I love her reaction to this. He came back with an answer, and then she had another question that he didn't know the answer to. So now he's saying, like, give me another 20 minutes. But she could sense that he's feeling inadequate, right? And yeah.
Hey, it's okay, Abba. I'll ask my rabbi.
Your rabbi? I just talked to Rabbi Josiah, and you were...
No, my rabbi's name is Jesus. Remember? He knows everything.
Oh.
It seems like you have some questions, too.
Now I know how it feels to be you.
Then come with me.
So yeah, she starts... because she started asking other questions, he was feeling inadequate. She could sense it. He's like, it's fine. Like, I'll just ask my rabbi. And then he's like, but I just saw your rabbi. Well, obviously, we just saw all of that. So she wants to take him to Jesus so that he can also answer his questions as well.
What's your first name?
Ellie.
Very nice to meet you, Ellie. I'm Jesus. I've heard a lot about you.
You're Jesus?
Abby says you're the most skilled fisherman in Capernaum.
You said that?
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard about you, Jesus. Something about an amazing catch. Andrew, you were there. Do you think there are any fish left in the sea?
Anything is possible.
While you're here, Ellie, would you mind helping me with something on Andrew's boat? I could use someone with your experience. Abby, why don't you tell Andrew all about that accidental trip you took to the other?
So I absolutely love this next part of the scene where even how he started, Jesus was like, you can help me with something that you're very skilled at. And then it's like God sees us, right? He sees us where we're at. He sees our capabilities. He sees what we're good at. And he wants us to use that to build his kingdom, right? So like he asks them about tying ropes and the different types of ropes and why these ropes need to be tied in a specific way. I don't know. And it's just reinforcing, like, you don't have to be someone that you're not. You could just continue being yourself and then teach your child, teach your daughter to go to the right places to get those answers that you don't know the answers to, right?
You go in and out and through.
You're a good teacher.
Not as good as you.
Now, how do you know what sort of teacher I am?
Abby told me all about her new rabbi. Of course, I didn't know the rabbi was you. I never told anyone this, but I had a really hard time in Torah school. My rabbi told me, as a future rabbi, I'd make a great fisherman. Kids always believe their teacher. So I dropped out when I was 9 and joined my Abba on a boat.
That must have been very hard for you.
I'm not smart, Rabbi. I just don't want my daughter to know that.
I love that so much. And then, later on he says that just knowing where to take your child and knowing where to show them where to go to get those answers. I love that. That's an amazing lesson for anybody. Just knowing where to go to get the right answers. And that's first and foremost the Bible, Jesus. Because he is the answer. All right. That's it. That's episodes 5 through 9. I love every one of them, but I am a gigantic child. But there's lessons in there. There's lessons for all of us that, we need to be childlike. I said this last time and I'm saying it again. We need to be childlike in everything. We can't just forget that. Because even this is something that I don't remember if I said for the Little Caesar episode. Being childlike helps you erase dividing lines. Because yes, I may be Roman and they may be Jewish, but like what matters is love for Christ. Like right now, there's so much division with politics and right, left, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, first of all, I'm a Christian first. I'm never going to say I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. No, I'm a Christian first. And that's what matters. So like, that was a lesson from Little Caesar. That's what they, that's funny because it's Little Caesars. We have all these stories have lessons for all of us to embrace. Because we should be childlike and we should just go to Jesus, and Jesus is the only thing that matters. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.